Brighton's 6-race programme got underway at 2 o'clock with an extended 5-furlong maiden for 2-year-olds. They all ran 10, one change here. Jeff Baxter took the ride on number 10, Stormy Heights. Favourite at 8 to 11 was number 5, Night Melody.
And away they go. Chinnery got away well towards the inside, but not quite as well as Stormy Heights, who bags the rail early on. Run on Rebel is showing plenty of dash and pulling hard for its head on the outside. Latour slightly outpaced in the early stages. They begin a left-hand turn. They've gone a furlong already, and scorching across the downs, it's Stormy Heights on the inside, Chinnery close up, Bala Indy out wide in a noseband. Widest of all then Run on Rebel. Tucked in behind them is the favourite Night Melody, who'll need a run. Then comes Latour. Kintwin bustle up down the outside, then a gap to Admiral Frobisher. Behind these then comes Water Definer, and Newington Butts can't go the pace at all. Down past the 2 and head towards the 1. It's Chinnery with the big white face on the outside of on the inner. Then is Stormy Heights. It's Chinnery from Stormy Heights. Here comes Night Melody with a good run down the outside. Next is Kintwin. They enter the final furlong, and it's here that Night Melody now tackles Chinnery and goes ahead. It's Night Melody, quickens to the front past Chinnery. Inside the final 100, up the hill at Brighton. Night Melody stays on well to win. Chinnery in second, close for third. It was Latour finishing fast on the outside of Stormy Heights.
First, number 5, Night Melody, 8 to 11 favourite. Second, number 2, Chinnery, 7 to 1. Third, number 4, Locor, 25 to 1. The 2:30 was a seller, run over the extended 7 furlongs. 17 runners here and one change. £7 claimer Chris Avery rode number 4, Little Nod. And the 3 to 1 favourite was number 17, Up the Punjab.
Away they go up the Punjab, jumped out well from stall 1 on the inside. Also well there early on is Have a Nightcap with a big white face. Up the Punjab leads them though. On the towards the outside, Better Longer Bill showing speed. And Man of the Season right out wide, white face, yellow and black colours, takes them along from Up the Punjab. It's Man of the Season from Up the Punjab in second, then Little Nod racing third on the inside of Clifton Cruiser, who's scrubbed up. After these is a gap then to Sizzling Rose and Better Longer Bill. Master Shikari round the outside. Towards the inside is Tate Express. And then a gap after these, Redford Dangers being pushed along. Then Nominee Prince. Right out the back at the moment is St. Piran's Lass. Prince Rodney is last of all, and Simon Ellis is also struggling as they pass the halfway stage in this selling handicap. And it's Up the Punjab who's holding the inside well, as on the outside beginning to find heavy weather of it now. Master Shikari pushed up. Redford Dangers just in behind them with Man of the Season. Sizzling Rose towards the inside, then Don't Worry picking up ground. But Up the Punjab is travelling very strongly in the lead now as they head down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. It's Up the Punjab by a couple of lengths to Master Shikari. Don't Worry in the sheepskin noseband is staying on towards these two leaders. Then after these picking up ground from the back now, Mona Rose, and also behind those is Have a Nightcap and Honey Vision. Down towards the final furlong, Up the Punjab. He gets busy now on this leader, but he's still 2 lengths clear of Master Shikari and Don't Worry. They race up towards the line. Up the Punjab is staying on too strongly for them. Up the Punjab made just about all. Don't Worry in second. Master Shikari back in third. Better Longer Bill was fourth.
First, number 17, Up the Punjab, 3 to 1 favourite. Second, number 12, Don't Worry, 10 to 1. Third, number 6, Master Shikari, 33 to 1. The 3 o'clock was an extended 5-furlong handicap. A non-runner here was number 11, Cumbrian Cavalier, leaving a field of 15. Number 14, Factual, was ridden by £5 claimer Andrew Tucker, and he wore a white cap on that one. And Steve Dawson put up £3 extra on number 16, Deepwood Nanusket. 6 to 1 joint favourites were numbers 1, Slipper Snip, and 12, My Ruby Ring.
And away they jump. Slipper Snip towards the inside with showing good early dash is My Ruby Ring, and shaken up early on to go on is Ever So Artistic in the blinkers. It's Ever So Artistic from My Ruby Ring with Banbury Flyer tucked in behind them. Stocktina is 3 wide towards the outside, chased then by Pendor Dancer. Slipper Snip is the inside, then Ray's Mead, and after Ray's Mead comes another grey Iron King. Struggling to go the early gallop is Goody Four Shoes towards the back with also Greekland Rock and Cezanna. Miss Bellringer's got an impossible task as they head downhill, and it's My Ruby Ring who takes them along, challenged now by Ray's Mead towards the outside. The grey is Iron King in the blinkers. On the inside is Slipper Snip. In behind them, the early leader Ever So Artistic is fading as Banbury Flyer picks up ground. It's Iron King who strikes the front now, going to the final furlong. Iron King from My Ruby Ring and Banbury Flyer. Down the outside, Ray's Mead, Pendor Dancer flashing home with Factuel very wide indeed, but Iron King got first run on them. He's gone 3 lengths clear to hold on to beat Pendor Dancer, Factuel in third and Banbury Flyer fourth.
Last year's runner-up, number 3, Iron King, goes one better and returned at 8-1. Second, number 8, Pendor Dancer, 12-1. And third, number 14, Factuel, also at 12-1. The 3:30 race was an extended 9-furlong handicap. All 14 ran and there were no changes. 130 favourite was number 1, Tiger Claw.
And Precious Air last in and nearly the last out, but not quite as slow as Al Skeet. As they settle down, Crown Reserve is the first to show, with Thunderbug driven up on the outside, the flashy chestnut. It's Thunderbug who goes on from Crown Reserve. Tiger Claw towards the inside, then Indian Slave, Maid of Ice very close. Now Al Skeet, after that slow start, racing very freely indeed and going up to chase the leader, which is Thunderbug. It's Thunderbug, Spot the White Face, chased by Al Skeet. Then Crown Reserve towards the inside. The inside of that, the hoop jacket, the hoop sleeves that is of Tiger Claw. Close up behind them is Indian Slave with Maid of Ice, and then El Volador in midfield. Mama Lama back on the inside, and then Dazzle the Crowd. Towards the back is Thin Red Line with San Roque last of all and Precious Air last but one. They race downhill, twisting and turning their way across the downs here at Brighton, and it's Thunderbug who's towing them along by a length and a half to Al Skeet. Then Indian Slave racing in third. Tiger Claw has a good position up the inside. Next then is Crown Reserve, just nudged along from Maid of Ice and El Volador in midfield. Thin Red Line back on the inside, then Dazzle the Crown from Mama Lama as they swing left-handed now, and Thunderbug gets a slap with the whip. Right out the back, San Roque, who's got a mountain to climb as they begin to run downhill. It's Thunderbug who's going to lead them into the straight, with Al Skeet now beginning to fade as Indian Slave moves up and Spot Tiger Claw up the inside. Down the outside, Dazzle the Crowd travelling quite strongly, and widest of all, here comes El Volador, and the race is on, and now the early leader Thunderbug is headed. Indian Slave and Dazzle the Crowd quicken on together. El Volador down the outside, then Tiger Claw is now shut in on the inside and will have to come round them. Thin Red Line's running on, but it's Dazzle the Crowd who's doing just that here at Brighton. Goes on by a length and a half to El Volador in second, then Indian Slave and Tiger Claw. They rise up towards the post. It's Dazzle the Crowd, re-challenged by El Volador, is nothing if not game, but Dazzle the Crowd holding on. Dazzle the Crowd a length and a half to El Volador, then Tiger Claw. Indian Slave back in fourth.
First, number 7, Dazzle the Crowd, 5-1, second favourite. Second, number 2, El Volador, 13-2. And third was last year's runner-up, number 1, Tiger Claw, the 130 favourites. The 4 o'clock was an extended 9-furlong maiden. All 6 ran and there were no changes. 10-11 favourite was number 6, Portree.
First set. And young Freeman fly jump leaving the stalls there, nearly catapulted Ray Cochrane about 6 feet in the air. In the early stages, Easter Term got away well and leads from Portree on the outside. Shea Polly is wide then of Zaman Ya Zaman, Margie the inside, and young Freeman after that rather slow start is just the back marker. They begin a left-hand turn for starters. It's Easter Term setting the pace from Portree on its outside. Then Margie follows those on the white colours towards the inner. Zaman Ya Zaman is tucked in handy in yellow. Then Shea Polly in the blinkers and Spot the pink quartered colours of young Freeman close up at this stage. It's Easter Term with the white face still leading from Portree, then Margie. Next, the unpronounceable almost Zaman Ya Zaman, young Freeman on the outside, and Shea Polly now has dropped back to be last. They've got about just over 5 furlongs left to race, and Easter Term has cut out the running so far in this Vardine Maiden Stakes by a length to Portree, the favourite, racing in second. Margie is tucked away on the inside, then working out to Zaman Ya Zaman, and there young Freeman moving up strongly. They've left Shea Polly for dead. She's finding it hard work as they begin the descent towards the straight, and 3.5 2.5 furlongs left to go. Portree has now gone past Easter Term, but Young Freeman is breathing down the leader's neck. Margie is just in behind them, then Zaman Ya Zaman down the outside. Easter Term is flat-footed, and few puff. It's hard work for Shea Polly as Young Freeman goes on, and Portree flat-footed on the inside. Young Freeman showed an impressive turn of foot there to take it up. Margie on the outside has gone past Portree, only third now, then Zaman Ya Zaman. A furlong and a half left to go, and Young Freeman has gone on 3 or 4 lengths clear of Margie. Quite an impressive performance this. Zaman Ya Zaman only third. Portree has run disappointingly, well back in 4, but entering the closing stages, Young Freeman galloping home, scampering away. It's Young Freeman in the style of a good horse, ears pricked at the post to win. Margie just held off Zaman Ya Zaman for second. Portree back in 4th.
First number 3, Young Freeman, 5-4, second favourite, and second number 5, Margie, 12-1. The last at Brighton was the 4:30 and extended 6 furlong handicap. All 18 lined up. There was one change. £5 claimer Andrew Tucker rode number 9, La Mastra. Joint favourites at 5-1 were numbers 3, Halawi, and 16, Corwas.
Away they go for the getting out stakes at Brighton. Sam the Man was out well with towards the inside Quincy Martin, and it's Quincy Martin who's showing blazing early speed to lead from Halawi. Close up behind these Melodic Habit with Proud Brigadier towards the outside. The outside of that in the yellow armlets is Denelta. Tucked in behind them is Kiri Muir and then Tenoda. And then on the inside is Kawas from Sam the Man, and then after that Beatles Song without White, La Master and Monty Bree. But Quincy Martin is setting them a merry dance at the moment. 3 or 4 lengths to Halawi with Melodic Habit back in third. Then Denelta right on the outside, chased by Kiri Muir and then Belfort Ruler. Beatles Song is beginning to pick up ground and Kawas towards the inside. But as they scuttle down the straight here at Brighton with just 3 furlongs left to go, 2.5 now, they've all got Quincy Martin to catch. He's the hare, and he's got 3 or 4 lengths on Melodic Habit running on into second. Then Halawi back in third. Denelta's back in 4. Kawas on the inside from Belfort Ruler. Heading down to the final furlong and a half. Quincy Martin now coming under pressure, and they're beginning to collar him. It's Denelta on the outside. Kawas hits the front in the brown colours. It's Kawas goes on from Denelta. Quincy Martin has stopped. Then Monty Bree finishing well with Belfort Ruler, Martinoski. But Kawas goes on. 2 lengths clear to Denelta. Kawas won it from Denelta in second. Monty Bree in third. Belfort Ruler was fourth.
First, number 16, Corwas, 5-1 joint favourite. Second, number 4, Denelta, 12-1. Third, number 15, Monty Bree, 25-1. And fourth, number 1, Belfort Ruler, 13-2.